Welcome to Kickin' It with Kathleen. This is the third video in our series related to our big, hairy, audacious goals. I'm going to introduce this BHAG by telling a story about my brother Pat. When he was a freshman in high school, he was a very weak reader and didn't like school because of it. He used to live in fear of phone calls to my mother due to all the times he cut classes. He got D's and C's that first year. Over the summer, he was cleaning out the garage with my father and found a stack of old Horatio Hornblower books. If you don't know, Horatio Hornblower is the seafaring character of a 1940s adventure series for boys, which has Horatio navigating his way through lots of escapades and intrigue. One of those books appealed to my brother, and he read it. And then he got hooked, and he read the rest of the stack and all the other titles he could find at the library. These books started out as serialized magazine literature, one chapter at a time with a cliffhanger, and they were essentially pulp fiction, but that's okay. They made a reader out of my brother, and he became a much better student, successfully graduating from high school and then from Oregon State. I tell you this story to illustrate the importance of literacy for our secondary students. Reading for fun is so important. It helps our teenagers get their literacy skills, and national studies have discovered that free time reading is at an all-time low with young people. Not only does reading widen a child's horizons and teaches empathy, it also teaches new vocabulary into context. And this is very important. Most of the time in our typical conversations, the vocabulary never goes above about the 7th grade level at the best. In order to get richer literacy development through an expanded vocabulary and syntax, kids need to read more. But that's only part of the picture. Our goal for secondary is that all students, by the time they graduate from high school, will be capable communicators ready to do great things in career or college. We want our students to have the ability to take and pass any college courses without reading and writing skills being an impediment to their success. This requires great comprehension skills, rigorous vocabulary, and the ability to write in a clear and concise way that will get their message across. These skills are not only developed in the English class. In fact, capable communication skills should be taught in each and every class that students take. Why do we care about this particular skill? Did you know that our youngest employees, our Gen Zers, need special training about how to talk on the phone? Many young people feel very anxious when making a phone call. They just prefer text or email communication. Many employers report that high school graduates are coming to work for them unprepared for the demands of the job. And many of the complaints that these employers have boil down to a lack of capable communication skills. It's very important for us to focus on the 4 pillars of literacy, which are reading, writing, but also listening and speaking, because all of these together create a capable communicator. So how do we go about this? We start with ensuring that we have abundant opportunities for both reading and writing in every class, starting in middle school. We need to ensure that teachers are explicitly teaching vocabulary as it relates to their subject area, while also teaching academic vocabulary. In other words, vocabulary like analyze, synthesize, and evaluate. These are words that we don't use in typical everyday conversation, but they are used in academic arenas. Our students really need to know those words in their context. In addition to abundant reading, writing, and vocabulary, we need to hold all students accountable to minimum standards of writing expression in every course, not just in English, because they need a lot of practice. The more they edit their work for language mechanics, the more second nature it will become for them. One of the benefits of this new computer age is that our students can see their progress in writing through an electronic portfolio. If they are using their electronic portfolio to store writing in each grade level, middle school through high school, then they can see how they've improved over time. And this is a great motivator and the best support for goal-driven improvement. We always want to remember our mission and vision in everything we do. Mission-driven learning for Springs means that students have voice and choice. We know that motivation increases and reading volume increases if children enjoy what they are reading, like Horatio Hornblower. So we want to make sure that the majority of English novel reading that students are doing is self-selected by the student. Our POP program allows students to select from a variety of different themes and modules for their English classes, for their history classes, and for their science classes. They all can choose different modules. These greatly increase motivation and provide choice of reading material. In these ways, we will be sure that all students are capable communicators. The proof is in the pudding. Our high school students really hit the ball out of the park last year with their CASP achievement scores at ELA. Significantly higher than the state, significantly higher than the county, and a significant rise for our overall population. Yay, Team Springs! Teachers, our program is working. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are going to keep that upward trajectory, and it really does take a village of support and reinforcement to build a culture that values literacy in every way, shape, and form. In this way, we set our kids up for success. I appreciate you and all the hard work you're doing to support the Springs mission. Go forth and communicate.